Well, hello again. Welcome to the forest. My name is Miss Synchronicity. Today we are going to do an energy healing session for anxiety. When we look at anxiety, any form of it, we find that the root lays in the pain body. Okay? So even though today's session is for anxiety, what I'll say to you is that it can also be used for the pain body, which encompasses any feeling of despair, hopelessness, maybe even things like anger. Okay? But specifically, anxiety or social anxiety is very close to my heart because I've had it since my teenage years and I'm now 25 and I can say that it's gotten easier, but it's still there, and I came across something quite profound about it a few days ago. And I practiced it, and I want to share it with you because I know that it's going to help some of you, as it helped me. So, as usual, before we get started, I'll quickly show you the tools I'm going to use on you today. One being this moss agate. It's very beautiful. It was gifted to me by my wonderful partner. Doesn't wanna. This is a earth crystal, and it's very good for anxiety, very good for grounding. So we're going to be sending that over your aura. And what I'm going to do once I discuss this method with you is do a aura inspection on you. I'm going to be soothing your aura. I'm going to be doing some energy healing on it. So sit back and relax, and for right now, let's just take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So let's take a personal example. When it comes to dealing with the feeling of anxiety in the body, I have a deep nervous feeling in my chest area when it comes to something that makes me anxious, such as a new social encounter. That's usually my main trigger. And with this encounter, what I tend to do is go into my mind, and there what I find is a lot of thoughts about, I hope I'm going to be okay, I hope I'm going to stay chill, I hope I'm not going to make a fool of myself, I hope all of these things are going on in my head. And the more time that closes in between the social interaction and before it's about to happen, the more they start to actually take a physical existence. So what I mean by that is, when I personally, you might be different, get social anxiety, my whole body starts to react and my heart will beat very, very fast, and I notice blotches of red come to my chest area and sometimes to my face. And since I was 11, 12 years old, I've hated it, because not only am I anxious, but other people can see it, right? So what do? In my energy body, I run. I'm running away from myself. I'm like, no, not this again. Okay? And every single time I do that, it gets worse. So if you are anything like me and you do that, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to despair, you're like, I feel hopeless right now. I don't want to do anything right now. I'm going to try and run away from this. And we use all sorts of means to do so. What I'm here to tell you is that there's a different way. And it is probably the only way that I've come across that is actually useful. Remember, if you're dealing with the pain body, anxiety, you may feel as though you're depleted, you're weak in some way. But I'm here to tell you that the meek are not weak. As Jesus, the great ascended master, once said, "Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth." Well, what does this mean? To me, what this means is that those of us who take it upon ourselves to recognize that we have something we want to get over and not let it stop us in living our life with a true, authentic expression. Those of us who take it upon ourselves to do this self-improvement, to do this type of energy healing, we decide that, okay, I can't control my outside world, and even if I tried, it wouldn't feel good. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opportunity to work on my own self. Okay? And that's what you would maybe see. Some people would maybe see that the meek in this world don't try to control things, don't try to extend their will forward towards others who, not that we don't call them out when they're wrong, but we don't try to control the people. We don't try to forcefully exert our will onto others. Instead, we change how we are acting in the moment. We choose peace, we choose love, and we choose grace in the moment. We choose thankfulness, we choose gratefulness, we choose honour, we choose as many things as we can that are what we want to exude in the world, no matter how difficult the situation, and therefore the environment starts to change. It might take a long time. You might be the quietest voice in a room, but your energy speaks louder than words. So that is why the meek are not weak. So now to get on to the practice. So, next time you get a bout of anxiety come upon you, I want you to do this. I want you to take a moment to go into your feeling body. That means you're not thinking about it logically, you're not thinking how you can change it, you're not trying to get away from it, you simply go into your feeling body and you breathe. Your feeling body is saying, "Hey, I'm struggling over here. I don't feel too good right now. I need you to notice me." And usually what I would do is I'll say, "Hey, what are you worrying about? Stop worrying so much. You know what you need to do? You need to choose some positive thoughts instead." So I go through all my positive thoughts. I think back to in childhood when I was a perfect little girl and I was gregarious and just all these great, wonderful things, and life was just simple and I didn't compare myself to other people. I think back to that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll hold on to this feeling, this is great. Positive thoughts are going to take me all the way that I need to go. This is perfect. When the social situation actually happens, those thoughts go completely out the window and out comes anxiety and it goes, "Look at me." And all I can do is say, "I can't look at you, I'm sorry. I'm choosing positive thoughts, I'm sorry." And you know, after about 10 minutes it starts to dial down and kind of goes away, but it's the same every single time. It doesn't change. The social anxiety is still there, the pain body is still there. So, what do we do instead? As soon as you feel the anxiety well up, you breathe. You breathe. You say, "Hello, anxiety. How are you?" It might reply with all sorts of things, I don't know. It might say, "Actually, I'm not doing so well. I feel very nervous and I feel like I'm about to lose my sense of self. I feel like I want to run away," and it'll give you all these things, and you can say, "Okay, well, tell you what, I'm going to take this moment to say that I accept you. I accept you for all that you are, anxiety. I accept you for all that you are, pain body. I'm not going to worry about whether you're coming from me or whether you're coming from that person sat over there. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept you as you are right now in this moment. I accept you. I acknowledge you. I respect you. You've been through a lot. I get it. You've come about because I did something to ignore how you felt. And every single time you've come back to remind me that, hey, I'm right here, I need your help, I've said no. And so here you are again. And this time I'm saying yes. Yes, hello, anxiety. I accept you. Make sure to breathe into this. You can't just say, "I accept you," and it's going to magically go away. You have to feel it. Anxiety, I accept you. Maybe even put your hand on your heart. Do whatever you can to get into your feeling body with this. I acknowledge you. I understand you. You've been through a lot. I get it. This world is hard sometimes, and here you are, trying to make an appearance. I accept you. I acknowledge you. I respect you. I love you. I love you. Take a moment to be with that. Breathe with that. Say it as many times as you need to. Don't just keep repeating the words and not breathing and not feeling. Repeat the words as often as you need. Repeat that mantra affirmation, those 4 sentences, or just one, or choose your own. But whatever you do, look at this pain body that's coming up for you right now as though it was your child. Personify it. Acknowledge it. It's not like you need to start. You don't need to do anything else. So when I say personify it, you don't need to carry it around on your shoulders and look after it. Well, you do have to look after it, but you have to look after it in the moment. Okay? We're just looking after it in the moment. We're not doing anything else. I accept you. I acknowledge you. I respect you. I love you. When you do this, you bring nurture, you bring love to the table. And when you bring love to the table, you bring source to the table. And you know what source does when you do this? Source says, yes. Now we can move it on out. And that's exactly what happens. You move it on out. You bring Source's awareness to it by acting from a place of Source, because Source is always saying to us, don't worry, I accept you, I acknowledge you, and I love you. Source is always saying that to us. Spirit is always saying that to us. We might not hear it because of our programming and conditioning and what we say to ourselves in our head from every single day, from childhood and what we've had programmed into us, but Source is saying it. And so when we get in line with Source by saying these things to ourselves, Source then says, oh, okay, let's move it on out. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I did this, I actually was able to, for once, observe my heart as it's beating. I was actually able to, for once, look at myself in a mirror, see the physical reaction that was happening to my body, the redness, the blotchiness, basically the expression saying, look at me. And I was able to say, I'm looking. And it's okay. I'm not going to try and push you away anymore. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with the pain, and I'm going to accept it. And when you do that, I guarantee you it gets easier and easier. But I don't guarantee you that it's always going to work unless you mean it. On my empathic journey, I've learnt to say, that's not mine, that's yours. Especially in social situations, because we're a sponge that takes in a lot. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to transmute energies, we're here to feel everything, okay? Unfortunately, I find that I don't know what to do with this differentiation. I go into a room and I feel an energy, I feel anger, I feel sadness, I feel whatever comes up, randomly. I feel joy. Joy, I'm going to say, oh, hey, yeah, that's mine. Anger, on the other hand, sadness, on the other hand, I say, oh, that's not mine. That's yours. Not mine. Okay, so maybe it's not mine. I'm feeling it, though. I'm feeling it. And no matter how much I push it, it's not mine, it's not mine, it's not mine. Does it go away? In my experience, not as quickly as I would like it to. And this isn't about speed, this isn't about getting it out of you as quickly as possible, but I notice that it probably lingers for more than it should, because I'm not owning anything when I say it's yours. However, as I did explain to you in the last, I think it was Energy Healing for Empaths, my second to last video, you can go watch it here. I said you can use this technique. I said you should say to yourself or to the people in the room, it's not mine, it's yours. And though that may be true, it doesn't help the situation to dissolve, it just helps you to differentiate. And that is important for some of us at different periods on our journey. So, it's okay to use that when required, but it's what do we do about it? Because whether it's mine or whether it's yours, I still feel it and I want to do something about it. So, I accept you. Wherever you came from, I accept you. I acknowledge you. You've been through a lot. I get it. I love you. Now what I want to do is the energy healing. But I'm going to do this from the perspective that I am teaching you how to do this, so that you can do it for yourself. Okay? You don't necessarily need someone to perform this on you. You don't necessarily need any tools to do this. My main tool here is going to be my hands, and so will yours. So, the first thing I wanted to show you though is this, and it is a golden stainless steel instrument, and I'm just going to use it to scan your energy field, because what we're going to do in a moment is an energy healing inspection and what I'd like to call a energetic scanning. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan your aura, and this is what you can do for yourself, and any area that you can feel is stuck, is feeling some pain, some remaining pain, we can go in there and we can address it directly. The other thing about this stainless steel instrument is that if you have a stainless steel spoon or anything stainless steel, Donna Eden suggests, who's an energy medicine practitioner, she's very, very good, I would suggest looking into her work, that you can actually rub a stainless steel instrument on your hands, on your feet, and it will help you to be more grounded. Okay? So that's just another side note. So I'm just gonna help you to ground now whilst you breathe with me. I'm gonna scan over you with this, okay? A lot of this healing, facilitating work is done through the breath. So keep your breath nice and conscious. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, tranquility. Breathe out anything that does not serve. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. You may start to notice you feel a little bit more grounded in your body. You may even feel slightly taller, slightly more present in your whole body. That's exactly what we want. I'm just sensing a few areas that need a little bit of clearing. Instead of pulling them out, we're sending energy to them. These areas of blockage. And as we send energy to them, we create a pathway for them to follow and find a way out. Pain is looking for its home. Pain is looking to release just as much as you are looking to release the uncomfortability in your body. When you nurture it, when you guide it with love, it will find its way. So let's take a look at this moss again. It's going to help us to ground once more and remember where we truly come from, and that is Mother Earth. Our bodies are made of the elements, and it's going to help us send that anxiety where it needs to go. First we acknowledge it. So I'm just going to hold this stone, okay, and I'm sending you the energy that's required. This energy is not directly from me, however, it is being channeled through me from Mother Earth and from Source. Okay? I'm acting as the facilitator for you to build up your energy now. I love you. I accept you. I respect you. You've been through a lot. I honor you. Okay, so buffing up your energy, body. This is something you can do for yourself. Okay? So, you're already much more clear in your energy body than you were before. Now I'm going to show you how to do this for yourself. So, what we want to do is breathe and sense our auric field all around. It's about the length of your arms. And we send any unwanted energy back down into the earth, okay? Breathe in. Send it back down. Okay? And then we pull up the energy from the earth. And we send it into our aura. Once more. Pull up the energy. Send it all around your energetic body. Okay, next, what we can do is figure 8. You can start from your toes. I'm just showing you as an example, so you can do this at home. And you start tracing the figure 8 in your aura. This is a healing symbol. It's going to make you feel more connected because it crosses over the energy. Crossing. The final thing we can do to heal our energy when we're feeling a little bit stuck, and we want to give ourselves that little bit of extra confidence. Just create this torsion, this movement around you. You're fluffing your aura with this, fluffing your energy body, expand. This helps us to no longer contract, no longer encave on ourselves, no longer collapse in on ourselves. We send it out. No matter what pain comes across our vicinity, we breathe and we accept and we love. Simple as that. I hope this helped you today. Thank you. Thank you, Forest. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors.